This video will show you how to take resting blood pressure. This is the blood pressure cuff that we'll be using. This arrow will be the arrow that you'll be using to line it up with your client's brachial artery. In order to make sure that the blood cuff fits your client properly, we'll be using this range right here from 29 to 42 centimeters. When putting it on your client, if it ends up right here, then the cuff is too big for your client. If it ends up beyond this point, then the cuff is too small for your client. You need to be sure that it fits properly on your client or you will get a mistake. To begin the assessment, make sure your client has refrained from caffeine and nicotine 30 minutes prior and has been seated and relaxed for at least 5 minutes. Their back should be supported and straight. Their legs are not crossed and feet are flat on the floor. Their arms should be elevated at heart level. The blood pressure cuff will be wrapped around the client's upper bare arm. We will be using the right arm for consistency. On the cuff, there is an arrow where you will line it up with the client's brachial artery. The bottom of the cuff should be about an inch above where the elbow bends. Make sure the cuff is not too big nor too small. The cuff also needs to fit snug. On the client, with your index and middle finger, look for the pulse of their brachial artery. This is usually found towards the inside of their elbow. This is where you will be placing the stethoscope with the wide bell circular part on the skin. Do not place under the cuff. Be sure to hold it with your 2 fingers. Do not place any fingers or thumb on top of the stethoscope because you will hear your own pulse. While taking blood pressure, you will listen for the first and last cutoff sound, which is a thumping sound. Systolic pressure is the reading at its highest point, which is the first thumping sound you will hear. This is when the heart muscle contracts. This will also be the top number when recording data. Systolic pressure is the reading at its lowest point, which is the last thumping sound you will hear. This is the heart resting and refilling up with blood. This is the bottom. To listen for the thumping sound, you use a stethoscope. When you put it in your ears, make sure the prongs are facing forward and not inward. Double check that it is on by tapping on the bell. If you do not hear a sound, it is off. Twist it and tap it again and you should be able to hear it now. The inflation pump is what fills the cuff with air. Turn the valve all the way to the right so air gets pumped into the cuff. Once you have everything in place, begin to inflate the cuff quickly to about 180 millimeters of mercury, which will be seen on the manometer gauge. Once you reach 180, slowly at 2 to 5 millimeters of mercury per second, turn the valve to the left to deflate the cuff. Listen carefully for the systolic and diastolic. Record your numbers, and this is your client's blood pressure. According to your readings, you can use the chart to classify your client as normal, prehypertension, or hypertension.